while this plays out, I will go through my pre-market routine, which is where I'll mark out my levels that I'm looking at during the New York session. So let's actually switch over to TradingView for that. All right, let's start with ES. All right, so ES is an inside day according to that last signal, which means R3s and S3s are in play. However, we've already chopped around R3s already. Looks like we've had one signal. Actually, this was a continuation signal, but one signal overnight that did hit TP1, it looks like, before getting stopped out at break even. So I'm definitely looking at, not messing around with the R3 level anymore today, but R4 does look interesting. Let's see, R4 is above these highs here. And we do have to worry about this high here. So let's be on the safe side. Let's place it, let's mark out that high there. All right. So essentially, with ES, what I'd like to see happen is price come up here, take out R4, take out this high here, and then start heading lower. And then to the downside, inside day. However, by the time we get to S3, it would be an outside day. And on outside days, our R3 levels and S3 levels are not in play. The rest of the levels are. So S4 does look really good. It's below quite a bit of these lows, all of this area right here. So all of this. So that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we'll pay attention to S4 and R4 at the open. Let's get back on NQ. NQ still just kind of moving sideways since we got signaled in. Yeah, still just kind of moving sideways. Up just a little bit. NQ, well, I've already got the signal for, or the level that I'm looking at on NQ. That's R4 for sure. And then let's see what how R5 shapes up. R5 is just above these highs here. I would be concerned about this guy right there. So with R5, definitely would want to take out both of those levels if we got to R5. So R5, we'll take out that level before heading lower. I would not, after this trade, if we got another one at R4, I would not play it. I like to play only fresh, untouched levels most of the time. Every once in a while, I will retry a level, but in today's case, if we did get another shot at R4, or if this trade failed pre-market, then I'm just going to wait on a R5. And then to the downside would be S4, which is a decent looking level. We got these lows here, which lines perfectly up with S4. We do have this one to be concerned about, which signaled a previous move. So definitely want to be concerned about that at S4. So if S4 did something like this, immediately rejected off of S4, I'd be interested. If S4 did something like this, then not interested. And if it did this, then I would be interested. So this yes, this yes. And this one's a no. All right. Let's move on to RTY. Okay, this last signal for RTY was an inside day, and did get this signal. It did hit break even. It looked like it even hit TP2 there. It did. So nice London session win there. Did hit TP2 at R3 inside days. So I am done with R3s today. I would be interested in R4 at the open, which is just above these highs here. It's above all of these highs, all these significant highs. There's another 5-minute significant high, and it is above all of that. The only ones that I'd be concerned about would be these guys here. Yep. And then we got some more on the way to R5 right there. So R5 may be the smarter play. If we come up, take out these highs, I'm fine with that. But this one I'm pretty concerned about. So maybe if we get at least come up, take out our pass R4, take out this high and head lower. I'd like that setup. So immediate rejection and head lower. I'd like that. If we come up this high, then I'm just gonna wait out R5. This one's got to be taken out with R5. And then to the downside, inside day, S3 would be in play still. S3 does look good. It's inside this demand zone. So if we get some rejection off this demand zone and S5, that would look good. Actually, we got a swing low here, right there. So yes, if we can take out all of that. So if we could take out all of this area right there, that's our blast radius. If we can come down here, take that out, and then start rejecting off of this demand zone, that would be ideal. Nice S3 setup. Otherwise, S4s looks good as well because we're below all of that stuff. All right. And Dow. Dow is no previous signals to go off of to see if it's an inside outside day. It looks like we're clearly in an inside day on Dow. So let's get back here, which means all our levels are in play. Now let's see if we've touched any of those levels. No, we have not. So R3, S3 is in play, has not been touched as of today. Let's see what R3 lines up with. We've got these highs here worried about with R3. So R3 looks good as long as it takes out that high, that 5-minute high as well. And then to the downside, S3 looks good. It is below these lows here. So, and we have a demand zone directly above it. S3 looks good to me. So R3, S3 for Dow does look good. Especially as well. I know I keep talking about the levels, but we also want to keep paying attention to RSI too when we get to these levels. If RSI is in an oversold or overbought state by the time we get to R3, or if RSI was recently in an overbought state, usually within the previous 3 to 5 bars, if it was previously in an overbought state, and we're getting that reversal at R3, then that would be a very positive confluence as well. All right, now let's see what we got here with CL oil. It's been inside day on oil. We've already gotten a signal off of oil. We got a couple signals here. This looks to be a continuation signal. Actually, we've got similar here for S4, and then so we got a winner there, and another continuation signal which failed, and now we're heading back to S4. So S4 is another one of those situations where I would consider taking another shot at it because it's got a lot going on. It did get one previous winner off of S4, and then we've got the demand zone there. We got prior day, what is that? Prior day low, yeah, prior day high there, and we have also have a demand zone there. So um, good support area. And then, but that's if we on stay shallow like that on S4. If we drift too far past F4, now we got this prior week high here, and at that point, I'm gonna just wait out S5. Or actually, if we did something like this and then immediately reject off a prior week high, I'd be interested. Otherwise, S5 is a little tricky too because we got prior weeks or prior days low just below S5. So S5 for me would have to come down, take out prior days low before heading higher. And now let's take a look at gold. All right, so gold, this previous signal states it's an inside day as well. Just it had a signal here. Looks like that got stopped out, and it had another signal here, which also got pretty close to TP1 before turning around and getting stopped out. So two stop outs at R3. It is an inside day. R3 is in play. I am not interested in R3 anymore. However, look at R4, which is just above these highs here, equal highs, it looks like. And R4 looks like decent placement. I'll pay attention to it. And then we've also got prior week directly above there. What's that? Prior week high. Yep. Prior week high directly above there. So if we can take out all these levels, I'd be interested. And then to the downside, S3 is in play because we are in an inside day. Just below Asia low. Just below Asia low. So we come down, take out Asia low, reject off of S3, even reject off of this demand zone and head back up. I'd be interested. And of course, S4 looks good as well. Either level looks good to me. All right, and last one I'll look at. Getting ready to start this live stream soon. We'll flip back over here to NQ just a second. Just a second. Let me get through this Euro trade. So Euro looks to be in an outside day, but I may be wrong. Yeah, Euro is definitely an outside day. This is today's candle. This is yesterday's candle. We're way above yesterday's range. Which means our R3 levels are not in play and our S3 levels are not in play. R4 is in play. We did break past R4 and didn't get a signal there. R4 does look pretty strong, especially if we can come up into that demand zone again and test prior day high. Yeah, so if we come up in here, test prior day high, start rejecting, I'd be interested. Otherwise, if we take out all of this area right here, then for sure R5 looks very good as well. And then to the downside, that would be S4, which is nicely positioned inside of demand zone, right near these lows as well. So the ideal setup would be to take out that demand zone as well as these lows before start heading higher, while paying attention to RSI at the same time. All right, so that's where we are with it. Let's see where NQ's at right now. NQ's still just hovering around our entry. We're literally at break even. I do not like, definitely don't like holding a position into market open, but just gonna stick that one out.